the Megastar Angel Blue, and you're watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? It is not JC. It is Big Mike here with my partner, that guy Tommy.
Hello.
And all right, I know this is going to come as a shock to some of you, but JC is running late, may not be here at all because get this, his kids are playing sports and being successful. And his daughter is in a volleyball tournament where they're currently playing for third place in a tournament out of like 15, 17 teams, something like that.
And he's out there being a good dad, like a total loser.
Really? What's up with that?
Well, he wants his kids to have like positive experiences and be there for them to experience them with them. God, what a simp. We're just repeating what every Red Pill podcast says about good fathers. You know.
Yeah. And what's up, Bernsey? It is, in fact, Countdown City WrestleCast. And you do know what that means.
Yeah, you do.
So what's up, guys? Today, we have previews out the...
Seriously.
Let me see if we can get through all this.
Go for it.
We are going to preview WWE Night of Champions. Boo. We're going to preview TNA Slammiversary.
Yeah.
We are going to preview NXT Great American Bash. We are going to preview AEW, New Japan, CMLL, Stardom, Forbidden Door. Yay! We need a soundboard.
We do, actually. I thought about that. I thought about that like a couple weeks ago and completely forgot to bring it up.
I thought about it. But on top of that, you thought 4 big national promotion shows was enough.
You fool!
Yeah. We will also try to get in local shows. With this Friday, there being a hybrid show. Saturday, what's up?
There's another show on Friday I forgot about. The Pro Wrestling Shop has a show on Friday, too.
Oh, the Pro Wrestling Shop. I don't know if we'll talk about that. We'll try to get to that. And then on Saturday, we have Blackbird and, what is it?
Elite Breakout Wrestling.
Elite Breakout. I knew it was EBW. I forgot what it meant for a second.
Yeah.
So anyway, San Antonio, not really much of a wrestling city, obviously. So
Sunday is Dog Pound.
Oh, actually, I might go to Dog Pound.
Yeah.
What time is that? The 7 o'clock?
I think so.
Watch it be in the summer. It's like, 3:30.
I know, right?
2 in the afternoon. Yeah, so, wrestling, who cares about that? Also, I know there's a glare right on it, but just above my head is something I bought at SpaceCon.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up.
Which is the entrance to, what is it called? Bilbo and Frodo's home in the Shire.
Oh my God! What is the name of their house?
Person. It'll come back to me as we're talking.
You know what? Screw it. I'm looking this up. And Dog Pound starts at 7. You're right.
Okay. And also, this might This might be hard to see. This is actually from
Bag End.
Yeah. Jesus. As soon as you say it, it's like, well, no crap. This is from Craft Sabbath. This is actually one of the things I also got in the bag when I helped sponsor Ridley for WrestleMania all that time ago. Nice. And that is a tarot card that she does in, I don't know what it's called, but she makes it all like colorful and kind of magnetic looking. So I got that, and then a bunch of that other stuff's been up there. I might need to change some things soon. I do have I did even put up the newer badges we have from SpaceCon, which has been going up over here. So, but anyways, I guess we got a lot of wrestling to talk about today, guys.
Yep.
You know what? I'm happy. Hooray. And yes, Jason, there is wrestling everywhere. And as we just said, Burnsy, hooray! All right, so I got to be in charge. See, when JC is here, JC gets to do all this stuff and take care of all these things. And now I'm here. Do we have something for what we're going to talk? Yeah, we do. Okay. All right, so let's start with wrestling news. RCW Honors has had some more announcements.
Yes.
Made recently. There are two more people being added into RCW Honors for different reasons, but their contributions to RCW and what they've done. The first one is Ken McMahon?
Keith
McMahon, I'm sorry. Who is first apparently designed a bunch of the original RCW and I guess even some of the ones now, RCW belts from what I understand. And then also just worked backstage and behind the scenes in production and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. He's done a ton for them over the years. So that's when he got announced like that, that's very much well deserved.
Yeah, and guys, I don't know if y'all remember years ago. I know a lot of y'all are older here, so y'all probably do. When Warrior finally came back to WWE and he wanted to do a Warrior Award, which was supposed to be originally intended for those backstage people that don't get credit for what they do. And that seems very along the lines of what Keith is here for. Just one of those people that helped make RCW run, who wouldn't, RCW wouldn't be as great as it is. As much as Big Boom Boom runs the show, he can't do all of it by himself. So, all those people that have helped over the years make it what it is, and that's one of them. And then, of course, the other one, which is kind of bittersweet because of what she's going through at the moment.
Very.
But Rebel Tanea, Rebel, who was women's champ for a while. I remember going to Freetail Brewery when they were doing, I don't think it was the show with TNA, but it was like the one before that, the one after that. And she was there. Just the sweetest person, nicest person. As a lot of you probably know, she is currently going through what has been called terminal ALS.
Yeah.
But AEW has been fully behind her in support. Apparently Tony Khan's helping her out. They're selling the wristbands and the T-shirts.
Yeah.
To also raise funds, not just for her and her family, but also for the research.
Yeah.
For this kind of stuff. So, and like I said, she has been a part of RCW. This is not just, we want to honor her, which wouldn't be wrong. Wouldn't be a problem.
That wouldn't be bad either. But it's like, but no, she was significant.
But she has legitimately been a part of RCW.
I wonder if Cage Match has her title reign. Let me see.
No, check it out while you're doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she is going into RCW Honors. Of course, because of her illness, she will not be in attendance at the place. Hopefully we may be able to get a video message from her or something. And we'll see how that goes.
Well, if they need us to drive the thing to her, darn it, let's get in the car.
Anybody up for a trip down to Florida? You pass at least one or two Buc-ee's on the way out that way. So,
well, I don't know if we can take any wrestlers with us. They may flop back and forth between being nice and mean in the car. So
Yeah, but some of them we can probably make some of the younger ones drive. So
this is also true.
Isn't that what veteran wrestlers do? They just make the young ones drive. That's what I read in all the books and all the stuff I've ever paid attention to.
But I don't know if I'm slightly control freak and I want to drive anyway. Okay, so they don't have her full title reign, but she did have it for about 200 plus days.
Yeah, there you go. And I do remember because, she had like Panda, like, I'm assuming you went to shows when she was there and she kind of had like the Panda
like
hat and then like the hand things, like kind of like glove, furry things. That's kind of what I remember when I went to that show at Freetail and she was there. Because there was also, who was that big guy from TNA that she was kind of either managing or valet for? Crap, what was his name? Falabala? Jason, what was his name? I know you know Jason.
Wait, he was RCW champion too. Hold on. They might have his title reign up here too. Hold on.
Falaba. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I remember from that there. But I know she was with RCW for a while. So shout out to her. Support her any way you can. Obviously going through something horrible. Just send all our best wishes her way.
For sure.
I think as far as RCW goes, those are the pop. Yeah.
Yeah. He used
The
to do
chant.
that. I completely forgot about that. I don't know how I forgot about that, but I did.
So RCW, that show won't be till July 18th. It's a Sunday. We'll talk more
19th.
about that, or 19th.
Yeah.
We'll talk obviously more about that as we get closer. And they've announced a lot of stuff. That's not on top of the inductions. The show itself has a lot of really good matches being set up.
It's a stacked card.
And I guess I'll admit this here on the show. I'm not going to be able to attend that show because I am heading out of town to Corpus with my family to Port A. Yeah. But everyone there have a good time and all that good stuff. Moving on to some other wrestling news. Apparently there is supposed to be a big debut at Slammiversary.
I almost made a very, very mean joke. I'm not going to say it. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not Bully Ray.
I wasn't going to say that, but it was still going to be a mean joke.
That's fair. Hopefully this is not like early Tony Khan big announcements, which were sometimes not. Look, again, you gotta take it. You gotta take with the good with the bad. Sometimes he was like,
"No, I agree.
Got crazy announcements," and it wasn't crazy. Granted, also not the only person in wrestling to do that.
It's just funny.
Yeah. But there have been some rumors going around. I mean, there's still the rumor going around that Road Dogg is going to take Tommy Dreamer's place in creative there. And of course, there was the news we talked about. Did we hit all the releases last week? I think we did.
I think we did.
Right. But I guess there was some more. I don't even want to call it news because it was just dumb social media drama. Probably Wendy Chu is the big debut. Maybe.
That's okay.
I don't want to be disrespectful to Wendy Chu.
No, I don't either. But it's like, is she even released?
I don't know.
Well, then again, I don't know. I don't know if they have to be released for it to be a big debut. And wait, she's been there before.
Yeah, she has. I know her previously.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was also some stupid social media drama where I say for no reason because no one was talking about him for 10 seconds. So Bully Ray had to come out and make some comment about, I could beat up John Moxley. Like for no stupid reason.
Yeah.
Trying to insinuate he's actually not hard. And then of all people, Josh Barnett, legitimate fighter and tough guy, was like, yeah, Bully, he's actually got belts.
Well, see, the other thing, the other part with that is Josh Barnett's legitimately also a friend of John Moxley.
Yeah,
and they're like they actually get along, and like he thoroughly like is like when they fight each other, and I do use the word fight because they be doing that blood sport, and it may be wrestling, it's still a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like they have a legit bond. So Barnett's sticking up for Moxley doesn't shock me at all.
No. But that's just Bully being Bully. I've already given him more time than I needed to.
Well, before we move on from that, because like I know the argument keeps getting made of like what is the point of the Death Riders and everything like that, and I get that there's fatigue with them and everything like that, and people and I understand that, but what is the point is the fact that look at who they've elevated. They like the whole thing with Hangman was huge, and someone pointed this out. Kyle O'Reilly had a huge kind of storyline with Moxley not being able to beat him one-on-one. It's Bully, what do you expect? That's good.
Not lying,
the huge one-on-one match that because Kyle was known for Moxley had never beat him one-on-one, and so he had that rub. And now they have this whole thing with Ospreay going on, and you're not quite sure where it's going because you're not quite sure what side of the fence either of them fall on. So I think the thing is that like they just exist as a foil, which in pro wrestling that's okay. I really get tired of people doing the whole NWO comparison. People when factions like this emerge because it's like the big difference is the Death Riders aren't always on screen, and because the same argument is made for the Don Callis family. They're not on every single piece of marketing, and And with the Death Riders, they haven't blown up to about 500 members. With the Don Callis family, I feel like that's the point of them blowing up like that, because that's purposely saying Don can't handle all these guys, and eventually they're going to break off. That's the point. It's like for the Don Callis family, you're looking at like eventually they're all going to turn on each other. That's just bottom line, and that's half the fun with them. So
right.
That's just me.
And also, we're old enough to remember the NWO definitely changed wrestling.
Yeah,
it was great for a short amount of time.
Yeah,
and then it reached a point like where we said we're like three. What's the famous quote? Like 3 limousines pull up and, like 30 guys get out, and everyone had to be in the NWO.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know if that's PG. Wait, what specifically did we say?
That's a good point.
And then it jumped off a cliff. And let's not also try to pretend like Aces and Eights wasn't trying to do the same thing with like 20 different people trying to be in it. And as good as the reveal was, that faction as a whole was kind of crap, trying to get over who was it, Wes Briscoe and
what's his name, and Eric Bischoff's son, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Garrett Bischoff, I think, right?
I think. Wow.
Yeah.
That's that you can tell how bad it was. I can't remember the guys, the poor kids.
Yeah.
Garrett, I think it was Garrett. I think you're right.
For what it's worth, I don't think the Death Riders have gotten Wheeler Yuta over to the place they thought they would have by this point.
That's true.
But also, I think that's partly on the booking, because they never book him strong; they just book him like the whippy boy.
That's true too.
But either way.
And I'm wondering if pushing that out further is also the point. You know what I mean?
What is this, Triple H booking? We'll resolve it in 3 years.
I was going more New Japan, but sure.
Well, okay, they've got to get it from somewhere, so
that's fair.
But yeah, so we'll talk about Slammiversary more in depth here in a little bit. Any other big wrestling news from this week?
Bit of sad news. I heard Joe Doring, who was in TNA for a hot minute and then moved over to he's originally from All Japan. He's a Triple Crown champion over there. He is unfortunately they said in hospice
I saw that,
because of his brain cancer, which he has had a couple of times, unfortunately, in his career, in his life. Came back, which is why he doesn't wrestle anymore, and he's now in hospice because of it. So that I was trying to see if there's something else that I remember that happened. Oh well, this isn't really news, but I guess we'll cover it. Just the fact, just Maya World's glow up is impressive lately.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, we'll get there. I was trying to see. Oh no, this was actually pretty big. The Perros del Mal debuting in AAA. That's actually pretty big. And apparently, what I heard was they did reach out to Del Mal's family to get their blessing and approval for that, and they okayed it. So of all the crap I'll give WWE, I will give them props for doing that, because you know what, right is right, and that was right. I got no complaints. Good job.
Why does WWE always book their smaller promotions better than?
I don't know.
I assume because there's not as much interference from like the bigger higher ups.
Because suddenly I have cared a lot more about NXT lately. They've actually been pretty good. I can't even front.
I mean, when Triple H was running it, it had a really good run for a while, and Sean's had his.
Well, I think ironically enough, it's because when with the bigger shows, like the corporate guys try to take it over, and so they think the small shows don't matter, so they don't care. So that way,
I agree.
And let's just go ahead and rip the band off the irony of Undertaker being the best booker for AAA. Okay,
that's crazy.
Okay.
Also, let's not forget that NXT pulled off Cruiserweight and women's tournaments.
Yeah,
like that was pretty crazy. It had a bunch of good indie names on them.
Yeah,
they had a Kota Ibushi in the
Kota Ibushi being the original Cruiserweight tournament still blows my mind. Like that almost was like the thing that didn't happen, but it was real.
That's how Mia Yim got signed too.
Yeah, that's how Cedric Alexander got signed in the first place.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Yeah, like because for Cedric, the crowd actually chanted, "Please sign Cedric." And Triple H just came out and said, "Okay."
Yeah, those are the days, man. At least for NXT.
True.
All right. So I think that's the majority of our news.
The wrestling news.
We mentioned this last week. I'll throw this in here. Last week, as we had mentioned, our friend and Countdown City Geeks and now WrestleCast photographer Alex was in Sugarland for the Dynamite show.
So cool.
I was trying to pull up Instagram on one of the tabs, and it wasn't logging in. For what it's worth, though, if you go to either Countdown City WrestleCast's Instagram or Alex Rouse's Instagram, you will see some of the photos and stuff she has shared from her experience there. First of all, I had written this down, but her John Cena photos from SpaceCon has blown up.
Yeah.
It has like over 10,000 views and like 2,000 or 3,000 likes, which for anything we've done is blowing up beyond, compared.
For sure.
And she has some stuff from a reel and some photos from, like we said, Dynamite and stuff. And I guess technically from Collision since it was taped. And so go check that out on our Instagram. But, she shared it with us to co-list it. So you can find her stuff from there. But yeah, like really good photos. And she also does concerts and other cool stuff. Yeah, exactly. Again, we have to mention, and I think this is on my Instagram and my Facebook, if you're my Facebook friend, Cena Pool from SpaceCon.
I think I posted it just today too.
Okay, was hilarious. Oh, that's right. You did update some of your pictures.
Yeah, but I think you did post it first. Yeah, of course you did because I just posted my stuff today. Yeah, you posted it first. What the hell? Anyway, no, that Cena Pool thing was fantastic, and I can't believe I'd never seen that before.
Yeah. All right. So going on to our, I guess, tournament of previews.
Yeah.
Should we start local or start with the bigger shows?
Let's start local.
All right.
So Friday is hybrid.
Summer Heat 2. Quick turnaround, kind of interesting.
For real. Masha Slamovich will be there, and so will Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
What I have is Jonathan Gresham versus Freak Show, and I have Casey Black Rose defending against Smoke Sanders. What do you have anything more than that?
No, I didn't see anything else offhand. Jason, if you saw anything or no, let me know. I'm going to try and be at that show. I should be at that one on Friday.
I'm going to try. I'm having some dental work done tomorrow, so we'll see how this weekend goes for me entirely.
Because there's nothing more awesome than sweating out a hybrid show in the summer.
No, not a thing. I've never nearly almost passed out from dehydration at a hybrid show.
But hopefully Chris Marvel will not charge me for 2 chairs like he threatened a few shows ago. Actually, I don't think
surprised he doesn't charge me for 3 chairs off principle.
I feel like he just wants to charge you like a flat like $50 fee for being anywhere near your show.
But. And I would be like, okay, I may do it, but I'm not gonna like it when I do.
You're like, some of this money better go to some of the wrestlers.
You're like, no. The Wrestling Shop has a show also on Friday, and theirs is also at 7. Why did that?
I saw someone else making their debut at the Wrestling Shop. I don't know, is it the Friday show or one coming up? Who was it?
I don't know. But this has me torn because Mia Friday will be there, and
I saw that one. Oh, okay, I did see Mia Friday's one.
But everyone else is pretty standard for the show. 7 p.m. bell time at Rolling Oaks Mall, of course. At I think it's either at the shop or down in the front on the lower level in front of JCPenney.
So depending on what side of San Antonio you live on,
pretty much, yeah.
Although Jason, I assume you'll still be over at Hybrid with us.
Can't lie, this is a good problem to have. With so much pro wrestling.
Yeah, no kidding. So we got Hybrid and the Wrestling Shop on Friday night. Saturday. We have Blackbird and Elite Breakout. So we'll start with the Blackbird show.
Yes. So Blackbird, we have. Oh my God! I did forget this match was booked because I don't know what's going to be the main event here. So we have MDR will be in action. MRDR. So murder. Anyway, that's how I'm going to do it because I don't get to do my Ja Rule voice very often. Princess Deathwish versus Prince Pretty. I want to see that match simply because of the names. Yeah. I know who Prince Pretty is.
I don't know who Princess Deathwish is.
I don't know who Princess Deathwish is. And honestly, at this point, I don't care. I just want to see this match. Mm-hmm. This is one of the cases where it's like, who? What are the names? I'm in. I legitimately could not care less who they are. There's a 5-way match, I see Mo Kelly, I see Vintage Danny Vintage, and a couple others who I can't quite tell because the picture's too small. Yeah, we're close to our work is close to hybrid, and I'm going to Blackbird as well. Okay, cool. Lethal Lou Cameron versus Apollo Gold. I just hope he knocks out Apollo Gold because he gets on my nerves. And I think they're the tag champions, right? Pico and Babyface Jr. They're the tag champions. They've won that at the show we were at, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they're the tag champions. I think they're defending against Hudson Envy and NR Kid Ash. And no offense to them, I'm putting my money on Envy and Ash. I can't lie.
Yes.
Now we have the 3 matches that I don't know what's the main event, and quite frankly, whatever these matches main event the show, it's the right call. Stud Stash and Corvus in a death match, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Selena Hysteria defending against the Undead Bride Sue Young, who's also doing a signing earlier that day at Spinebuster Tees at Wonderland of the Americas from 12 to 2. So anyone in that area, I've been talking about it on my stream too. So anyone who wants to meet her before the show, 12 to 2, Spinebuster Tees, second floor, formerly Crossroads Mall, Wonderland of the Americas. It's literally, you don't have to go into the shops. It's like right there at the end. Spinebuster Tees, and Ricky Reyes challenges Ricky Ramirez for the Blackbird Pro Championship. So basically, get ready for a whole lot of "Let's go, Ricky! Ricky sucks shits." And I've been working on some others. So other chants I'm including that is why I hope I go make it to the show are including, but not limited to "Oh, Scissor Me, Ricky."
Wow. have you
Ricky people?
Have you told Ricky Ramirez to wear a lucha mask?
I don't want him to just set off Ricky Reyes for no reason. It's just it's gonna be bad enough. Besides, I don't know, man. I'm starting to worry about Ricky. He got Jesse Funuk's nationality wrong the last time. It's just not good lately. I can't believe he said that.
Well, Carlito said it not too long ago before he got released.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's. So I kind of wanted to go see, obviously, like Sue Young, to do basically the same thing I did to. Okay, yeah, her name just went out of my head. The '80s. She does the Richard Simmons.
Doom?
Delilah Doom. Shit, yeah. Thank you. Knopf would have hit me for that one.
You would have.
Because when she came to RCW that one time a year or two ago, I was like, hey, check out this picture from like 2012 or 2013. Yeah. She was like, oh my God. Same thing with Sue Young. We saw her when she was
just
much earlier, just right before all the TNA stuff. Anarchy.
I always got to give shouts out to Clint and BLW for bringing her in to fight Rosemary that one time. My God, that was just a lot of my dreams come true in one night.
Here you go.
I saw this, Jason. I saw this. Did you share it on the other group that we're in, or someone, or did Brandon or someone did? Yeah, and I hope so too. And I may have to go to New Texas Pro.
Well, maybe Alex will get that show too.
Yeah. Hey, the hookup.
Exactly.
That, and I think half of the people who work in New Texas Pro have been trying to get me out there for years.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to get you to all their shows.
I noticed that. It's kind of unsettling. So Elite Breakout Wrestling is also the same day, and their show starts. Their bell time is at 6.
Are they in Poteet again? I know they've been there a few times.
So actually, I think they're actually somewhere in town, unless I'm wrong. No, wait, hold on. New Laredo Highway.
That should be in town. I don't think.
Yeah, that's in town.
Yeah.
So they have Max RX versus Genesis. They have Red's Way will be the Devontae and Ryan Willow from Gulf Coast Pro. Chasing Greatness defending against The Chosen. I feel like I know who these guys are. Like all 4 guys. I just can't place them right now because we got so much on the brain right now. Number 1 contendership for the 187 breakout title. It's Mike Bishop versus Jay Knight versus our friend Eric Walker.
Very nice.
And it looks like one of these might be the main event. The Elite Breakout Undisputed World Championship with Jonathan Life and Dill Dempsey challenging Benny Dreams. And also the Elite Breakout Baddest Man in Texas Championship, Big Time Rod defending against Bobby Light. So
wait a minute, a show in San Antonio and Dill's on it? Say it ain't so.
Mike, look, I know it's hard to fathom that Dill Dempsey is booked somewhere in the San Antonio area, even like once a month. But hey, the guy's gotta try. I mean, if he doesn't even put himself out there, how will anyone ever know his name? It's not like he could get on every single possible card there's ever been in the history of San Antonio. Which, by the way, I'm more than positive I expect him to be at both Blackbird and Elite Breakout that same day. I am not even joking. Y'all think I'm lying?
That's not even like a. I mean, this dude does Laredo to San Antonio, so
in like a day, in like the same day.
in the city. He's like, please, child work. That's like just taking a break and.
Because one of those matches might be the main event, I bet he's going to be like the opening match at Blackbird, just jump in his car, just start straight over.
I believe it.
For the record, and in all seriousness, if you're not, if you think you're working hard and you ever think lowly of Dill Dempsey, kindly smack yourself across the face if you don't mind, because I don't know anyone who's been working harder in San Antonio the past year than him.
First of all, how dare you?
Yeah,
I never think I'm working hard.
I fully confess I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, and Dog Pound has a show. I don't think they announced any matches. Let me see. No.
Look, just tell me one thing. Is Tiffany going to be there?
It doesn't look like it.
Well, never mind. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know, she's NWA World Women's Champion now.
I know.
She has to come down for the right contender.
Look, guys, we've talked about this before, but one of us needs to win the lottery, and we need to respectfully, if we don't know the name, I get that, but we need to restart a company in the spirit of Mission Pro, because the amount of wrestlers we got used to seeing here, and now we just don't, because there's nowhere for them to come as often.
I was very spoiled when it came to La Rosa Negra.
Her, Swan, Tiffany, all of them, like.
And the hate that I have for Jasmine Allure.
Yeah,
right here.
We'll call it that.
It's right here.
Never mind.
We have a hatred that
comes we're live. Never mind.
Shut up. I said we have a hatred that comes along just once in a generation.
Hold on. I don't believe you, but let's see.
It's top tier Jasmine Allure, and if you want to have an alluring time, you better watch Countdown City WrestleCast.
Y'all are saying I love you, right? Like I love you, my friend. I love you too.
Look here, Mike. JC ain't here. Leave me alone.
Don't make me go get my
your Mass Effect.
Yes. Actually, I'm almost done finally with my playthrough. But now I've kind of slowed down. I was like, I don't want to stop playing.
For those wondering, I'm still going through Final Fantasy Zodiac Age. Apparently, I'm nowhere near done because last night I spent a whole hour going the wrong way. Okay, I'm okay.
But maybe the XP was the friends you made along the way.
I made a similar joke. That's why I'm not even mad because.
Anyways, it's a wrestling show, guys. Let's get back on.
Oh, we spent like a whole hour talking about like soccer stuff last week. I don't even care anymore.
Let's talk about basketball. Spurs getting bigger.
I heard.
Drafted a couple of big dudes.
It's going to be insane next year.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma City drafted a 7'3" guy, and they're like, oh, he's going to be a Wemby stopper. And I'm like, okay. We saw what happened to that other 7-footer that y'all said was a Wemby stopper, and that dude got sunned.
Yeah.
So hard. All right. So that is our local events for the weekend. That is 2, 4, 5 shows at least.
5 shows.
And there's probably more, to be honest with you, that we're just not as aware of or don't talk about as much.
Or happening sometime in the afternoon at some festival somewhere where they like book like 3 guys. And more than likely, Dill Dempsey will be on that show too.
Probably also true. Oh,
Dude, why do you have tire marks on you? It was a show at a car show, and they let me get hit by a tire.
see, it's funny because it's
It's
true.
true.
All right, guys. So here we go. We are going to move into our preview of the big shows, and we'll start with the one we probably care the least
not
about.
that big show. Okay, sorry.
No. Let's talk about WWE Night of Champions, which is taking place Saturday, June 27th. It will air at noon our time from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Doth my eyes deceive me? Is that 6 matches?
It is. When you have Saudi money, you can pay for extra matches.
I do declare.
You know, apparently it's like all these new video games. They can buy all the DLC and the extra content. So
We can buy the DLC.
when you got Saudi money, man.
Mike, hands down, great joke.
I appreciate it. It only popped into my head because I saw things today about GTA 6.
Yeah,
Like trying to screw over.
Yeah.
Anyways. So I guess are we choosing? I guess we'll pick all these matches. I don't
we
think
can pick on these.
JC never sent us his, but
Oh, he didn't. I thought he said something in Messenger.
can you check on that while I go through this?
Go ahead.
All right, so we are going to start off with a steel cage match. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. I'll go first since you're looking up that.
Yeah.
Because
he sent us pics. Okay.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I feel like Braun Breaker's the obvious choice, but I also feel like they're going to continue Seth Rollins versus the Vision for a while.
Yeah.
So who else was getting involved? Oh, the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Because they just won the tag belts on
Yeah.
Raw. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins because of chicanery and outside interference type stuff. Because I assume this is, well, I don't know if I can assume if this is an escape the cage or just a straight has to be pinned inside.
Usually for WWE, they always have escape the cages. They have all 3 options.
Yeah, because I feel like if it's escape the cage, it's a little bit easier to get a win for Seth without making Braun look like weak or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. I just didn't see it because, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So who do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seth.
All right. Mark that down for yourself because I'm not JC and I don't have the
Yeah, I got you.
I don't have the master list. And then we have our Queen and King of the Ring final matches. We'll start with the Queen of the Ring, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Unless they're circling back around to a Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, because she's the other women's champ, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this has to be Io. But then who would Io face? Well, I guess you could do Io versus Ripley since they were like the
Or
first.
just have her face Liv again, just this time for the belt.
I guess. Well, there's only 2 of us, so I said it, but I'll go with Io on this one.
Okay.
You got.
Yeah, I'm going Io.
Okay. And JC chose Io. So he picked Braun Breaker on the first, you on the second. King of the Ring final, Jey Uso versus Oba Femi. Tommy, who you got?
Oba.
Yeah.
Who the hell else was I gonna pick? I'm picking no. I love Jay, but no, absolutely not.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Oba Femi, but this is Saudi Arabia. So there is a chance that Name Redacted shows up to cost him the match.
True.
And then set up the final, hopefully the final match at SummerSlam.
Somebody had the idea, and I think it was the one of the few times I think it was Bully Ray. One of the few times I agree with him. They said have him win King of the Ring, but have Lesnar challenge him. He beats Lesnar like in the opening of SummerSlam, but then wins the title at the end of SummerSlam.
It is a 2-night event.
Or have him win the second night then.
Yeah, you can do that. Honestly, as soon as you beat Name Redacted, I'm cool with whatever happens after that.
Yeah.
Just don't. Okay, you had your retirement little moment, so this time you lose, just get out of there and never come back. it's really upsetting me how much people are just kind of accepting him back. And yeah, anyways.
Yeah, fair.
Women's U.S. Championship match. We have Tiffany Stratton, the champ, versus Jade Cargill. So Jade Cargill going back for another belt after losing the women's title a little while ago. Tell me who you got on this one.
I'm picking Jade.
All right. I think I'm going to go with Jade too, mainly because I feel like Tiffany Stratton lost so much momentum, and I think they still want to make Jade a big thing, although she's been at it about 4 or 5 years now, and her matches are decent, but I'm not sure they're always the best, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
And then apparently, because what's the irony of going to Saudi Arabia to have 2 U.S. title matches, the men's U.S. title match is an interesting one. The champion Trick Williams taking on challenger Ricky Saints. We like Ricky. I like Ricky. I just feel like for some reason he had a lot of momentum early in NXT. Something happened, and I feel like he lost it.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has not been able to get it back, even moving to the main roster.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would love to see a title on him. I don't think this is the time, so I'm going to go with Trick Williams to retain. What about you?
I'm gonna go Trick too, because I feel like this should have just been a triple threat match, and I feel like it'll be a triple threat at SummerSlam anyway.
Probably.
So I'm going Trick.
Okay. And that leaves us with the WWE Championship match, which I'm going to be honest, I don't know when this became a triple threat because it was just supposed to be Cody and Gunther, right?
I think it was because of the shenanigans of the when
he was special
Sammy
guest
was
ref?
when Sammy was the special guest referee or whatever. So yeah.
All right, so I'll put it on you first. Who do you got here?
You know, I was thinking about that, and I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to just throw this entire thing out the window and then go Sammy.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna just completely destroy the system or shock the system, if you will, and go Sammy.
I'll take it. So here's the thing for me. I feel like we always come to this point now where obviously Cody's kind of like the face of the baby face of WWE. He's that John Cena figure, but his title reign is like, eh. So I'm actually going to go with Gunther pinning Sammy to give Gunther the title and then have Cody do some stuff with Sammy and move on to some other things for a while. What's up, Bree? Welcome in. That is fair to take a nap. That is acceptable.
I love naps, so I agree.
So I'm going to go with Gunther. And then, I apologize. I forgot to throw in JC's pick for the last few. JC picked Tiffany Stratton for the women's U.S. title match.
Yeah.
He picked Trick Williams for the men's U.S. title match. And he's picking Cody Rhodes for this one. So one of us is going to get the point out of this, and only one of us.
Yep.
So let the best man win. How is the show still on the rails without JC? Well, Ted, if you've not been here, it's not necessarily been on the rails.
No, it hasn't.
The whole time. We did go off on a few tangents. Video game related, soccer related, Spurs related.
Well, we did have Dill Dempsey rant, so that was wrestling related.
Dill Dempsey rants, yeah. No, it's usually never on the rails without JC.
It's really not.
So here we go, guys. That is 6 matches. Now I'm going to do the WWE thing where once something is popular and catches on, I'm going to run it into the ground. So WWE paid for the DLC 6th match here at WWE Night of Champions, which once again will take place on Saturday, June 27th at 12 p.m. Central from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Isn't that cool, guys? DLC. By the way, I got beef with Michael Cole, which is coming to my 1-minute warning, but we'll get to that.
I already said, yeah.
Anyways, moving on to TNA Slammiversary. I think we'll do our thing where we only pick from the championship matches.
Yeah, I think JC sent his picks for everything, but we can do that. I know, or is that just
No, I think he just went champions.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
never mind. I didn't realize. Yeah.
Okay. But we do have a couple, and I don't know if some of these are pre-show or not. It's just listed all here, but I'll go through them.
Yeah.
We have Eric Young versus Ricky Sosa. I honestly don't know how long Sosa's been in TNA, or if this is his debut.
I don't know if this is. I think he's been there a minute. I don't know if this is his wrestling debut or not.
Okay. I know he kind of got over, I think, in Europe with his entrance song.
Yeah.
Which is like, what was it, Sosa Bang Bang or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So kudos for him, and Eric Young, obviously the veteran, should take care of him, and if he does beat him up, he'll make it look vicious, and I'm sure it'll feel like nothing. Eddie Edwards versus Moose, and that's a match that just sounds very TNA-ish. I feel like it's probably happened several times.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's another match they have going on, and then they have Flop Dollar versus Elijah, or AJ Francis, I guess, if you will. He will always be Flop Dollar to me.
I know, it's just so funny that you keep that going.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, you need to have confidence in yourself when you're a wrestler, but I feel like he had way more confidence at the time than he deserved to. But maybe that's just me. All right, so let's move on to the championship matches. And speaking of things that sound TNA, X Division title is on the line in Ultimate X.
Finally, they did something right.
Yeah. We have the champion, Cedric Alexander, and he will defend it in Ultimate X against Leon Slater, Frankie Kazarian, Mr. Elegance, Fabian Eichner, Casey Navarro, and Amazing Red. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't even use dice here, unless you have some D&D dice.
I don't.
I do.
I always think about getting somebody. I never do.
I do. I just do not have them on me at the moment. When in doubt, go to retain. So I'm going to stick with Cedric Alexander to retain. Where are you going, Tommy?
Then we'll go JC on this one and pick Leon Slater.
Fair.
And you said you're picking Cedric to retain?
Yeah. Frankie Kazarian don't need to put a belt on that old guy, am I right?
Until he comes to San Antonio again.
No, I just figured I'd jinx him into another title run. So.
Swear if he wins just because you made that joke and that obvious statement, I'm through.
Yeah, but see, it clearly only works on certain people.
That's true.
Because I've been saying for certain people to get belts for a long time, and that still doesn't happen. All right, so next match we have the International Championship Open Challenge. Mustafa Ali versus to be announced because it's an open challenge.
Yep.
JC did not choose on this one.
No, actually he did. Scroll further down.
Oh, he did put them in order. Look at you. Look at you reading everything.
I have to. It's my job.
All right, I'll let you go first on this one, Tommy. Because
crap! I knew it was before you go do that. Damn it! I don't know because like they've been firing so many people lately. I don't know who wants to work there. Who's currently? Oh no!
I've got a good one, but go ahead.
I had a name, but I don't want him to go to TNA. I really don't. I'll say, you know what? Let's be random as all hell. I'll say Dijak, and he beats Ali.
Okay,
that's random. I have no idea who could possibly come into TNA. So yeah. So what you got?
Mine is a 100% sarcasm pick, but I'm going to do it anyways. Bully Ray shows up, beats Mustafa Ali, holds up the International Championship, and says, "Do you know who I am?"
Am I writing that down?
I don't know. Sure, just put the challenger will win. How about that?
Okay.
If it's not Bully Ray, that's fine. So JC did, in fact, pick Bishop Dyer to answer the open challenge and beat Ali. And for those of you who don't know, Bishop Dyer is formerly his name's going down. I'm losing names tonight.
Crap! I just remembered it and I forgot it.
In WWE, he was
Corbin.
Baron Corbin. There we go.
Happy Corbin, sad Corbin, just
broke Corbin, or was one of them too?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good one. Y'all have legitimate ones. Mine is a complete BS one, but I just thought it was funny. Sometimes you got to commit to the bit. All right, Knockouts. Knockouts Tag Team Championship. The Elegance brand are the champions, and they will be defending against Rosemary and Ali. I think I'm going to go with the Elegance brand to retain for no good reason. Tell me, how about you?
Rosemary and Ali.
Fair. Too bad Sue Young's not back with him.
I could only hope. And Jessica Havoc, happy belated birthday to her. And she would come back, and I would finally get my Dark World B movie.
Yeah. Also, your alternate universe ex-wife.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad y'all are still on good terms.
Turn 40, she is still looking good. Okay. Yeah.
Tag Team Championship ladder match. The champions, the System, defending against. Oh wait, it's a ladder match. So guess who has to be in there? The Hardys versus the Righteous. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little turned off on Matt Hardy at the moment for basically going like, we should still be the top tag team everywhere we go because we're the Hardys, even though we're like 50 years old. I feel like it's getting kind of old. Who you got for that one?
I was gonna pick the Righteous. Honestly, I feel like they've been kind of jerked around enough, and like this is their time to shine.
Who did JC pick?
He picked the System, and he picked the Elegance brand for the last match. But I don't know if.
We did forget to mention that he picked Elegance brand for the women's.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I have to pick the Hardys just so we all have a chance, but I'm not going to.
I was gonna say
but I'm not. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with the Righteous.
Cool.
You get some new blood in there for their tag teams. I mean, the System obviously have been around for a while. The Hardys are the Hardys, so maybe it'll work for the Righteous. Now we have the Knockouts Championship. Lei Ying Lee is the champion, taking on Xia Brookside, both former NXT talents. I'm going to go with Lee to retain. What about you?
Same.
Okay.
And
That's
JC pick two.
Same for JC. So clean sweep there. No lone wolfing. And in the TNA Championship match, we have champion Mike Santana versus Nick Nemeth. Obviously, formerly Dolph Ziggler. Who you got for that, Tommy?
I'm going Santana. I like Nick Nemeth, but I just feel like Santana needs that huge main event win against a guy like Nick Nemeth. So I'm gonna go with Mike Santana.
I'm gonna go with Nick Nemeth just because the whole point of having the cash in and the what was it at one of their last pay-per-views or big shows where he threatened and then basically told him he was gonna cash in on Slammiversary.
I can't remember. Oh,
it was something like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember what the show was. Look, guys, I follow a lot of this in clips, so and I know it's not like Dolph Ziggler needs it, but I just feel like the story is kind of leading that way.
Yeah.
And so does JC. So he also picks Nick Nemeth.
Yep, I'm a little.
So, you know what? I've still got the old. See, guys, this is why JC, he knows how to do this, and he stays on top of stuff. So, TNA Slammiversary will be airing on Sunday, June 28th at 3 p.m. Central from the Agganis Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. Watch on TNA Plus pay-per-view for $40. So that is on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we move on in Prediction Palooza. Already a better show than WrestlePalooza. So,
I mean, that's not like so much a bar to clear as a curb to step over.
Yeah, well. So NXT will be having the Great American Bash. And that, as you can see, is going to be on, come on, scroll, Sunday, June 28th at 6 p.m. So nice of TNA to make sure theirs and the NXT one doesn't overlap, even though TNA is a pay-per-view and NXT is on CW. But anyways, I digress.
I mean, yeah.
So we're going to do the same thing with NXT. We're only going to pick the championship matches. And NXT has, turn the page, 7 matches, including 2, which may or may not be pre-show. I don't know.
So CW spent more money than Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Okay. They got both DLCs. Holy crap.
Well, they have all that residual from all the old 90s shows that WB had. So
and the Arrowverse.
So we have first match, Shaquan Sugars versus Dion Lennox, which I think both or one of them was a former member of Dark State.
Both of Saquon was who they kicked out.
Right. Okay. Dion Lennox still in there.
He's still in there with the other two whose names.
Timo Disruption, which just isn't as.
And that wasn't even their name.
Yeah, I know. But guys, if you were not around for the Disruption era of WrestleCast, that was the time.
We all changed our profiles.
Yeah, we did. We were inanimate objects, and it was.
I was, and I still have an iPod, but I even found an old school iPod click wheel picture that I used for mine.
Good times. We also have Shiloh Hill versus Tristan Angels. So those are 2 regular matches, and then we have our first championship match, and this is really cool to announce because it is friend of the WrestleCast, Texas's own Women's Speed Champion Ren Sinclair defending against Ariana Grace. And I think all of us are going to be on the same page, but I'll go ahead and go first. Obviously, I'm picking Ren to retain. Ariana Grace is a great character, but she doesn't need a title like this right now.
And I refuse to bet against Ren Sinclair, so Ren Sinclair.
Exactly, because she'd probably slap you or say mean things to you if you did. Anyway.
You said that like she needs a reason.
Yeah. And, of course, JC also picking Ren to retain. Women's North American Championship match. I can't believe Angel is not here at the moment.
That is actually shocking.
So the Women's North American Champion, Zarya, is taking on, well, she's not here, so we have to say it correctly, Tatum Paxley.
Yeah.
Former... No, they weren't friends. She was friends with Zarya was friends with
Sol Ruka.
Sol Ruka. I know Tatum had to run with a title, and Zarya just got hers, so I wouldn't imagine they do a quick turn. But I did hear Zarya lost on NXT like last week or a week or 2 ago, right after she won it, which was kind of strange. But I'm still going to go with Zarya to retain for now. What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Zarya as well.
Okay, and JC also going with Zarya, so
yeah,
going
across. I feel like even if she did take a loss, that's too soon to title right back off of her.
Yeah, that's fair. Which also means she'll probably be up to like 4.
Yeah.
So Tommy time.
Yeah.
North American Championship. The North American champion Miles Bourne defending against Tavian Heights. I believe these are both former members of the NQCC and potentially the Ren QCC. I know Miles Bourne was, and Tavian, because he's the former Olympic wrestler, right?
Yeah, I think they were both in it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stick with Miles Bourne. Tavian is an impressive wrestler, but Miles, they've basically been calling him like Baby Orton.
Yeah.
Because he's very similar. So I'm going to stick with him to continue his run. Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Bourne as well because I feel like same thing. He's still got a bit ways. Of course, I kind of won't be shocked if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna stick with.
Okay, actually, this and the next 2 matches, I wouldn't be shocked either way, to be honest. So that's the North American Men's Champion, the Women's NXT Championship. Lola Vice, the champion, taking on Kendall Gray. Lola Vice obviously has been there a while.
Yeah.
But finally won that title. Has held it for a little bit. I feel like Kendall Gray is one of these they're ready to strap the Rocket to. Excuse me. At least she's like an incredible wrestler. Can go with just about anybody. Obviously, I think she's still technically friends with Ren right now, but I think I saw that Ren kind of told her to go worry about the title and not her, or worry about the match and don't worry about their friendship right now.
Yeah.
To focus on that. Where are you going to go?
I'm actually going to go Lola Vice. I feel like they can still do a little bit more with her. Maybe there'll be a longer program between the two, and maybe at the end of it, Kendall Greer will win it. But for now, I'm going to go Lola.
All right. I think I'm going to go with Lola too, only because I think what may wind up happening is Kendall and Ren, because it's WWE, doing some sort of breakup where they don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think that will lead to Kendall being a heel, but I think that heel run will eventually lead her into a bigger position and eventually that women's title again. And JC chose Kendall Gray. So me and you choosing Lola, JC choosing Kendall. NXT Championship match. Tommy, this one's for you. The NXT Men's Champion, Tony D'Angelo, taking on Naraku, formerly Tommy's favorite wrestler from New Japan, Even.
Of course, now I have more reason to hate him now that I know he actually is officially married to Io Sky.
Jason says Lola Tantum
is getting called up. Oh, I can see that.
Tantum Pachulia is getting called up, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So who you got, Tommy?
Real quick, and you picked Lola for the last match, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This pains me to say this. I'm going to Naraku.
Wow.
Also because his name is very, very, very much related to an anime that I love, so I got to give him points for that.
Also, I think he's married to.
No, that's what I said. Like that's what I said. I'm very jealous of the fact that he's actually married to Io Sky.
Wait, is it Io?
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm confusing him with someone else then.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of like New Japan men married to, I guess, Stardom or Japanese. There's someone else that I'm thinking of, but
Naraku's married to Io Sky. Takeshita's married to Yuka Sakazaki.
Right. Okay.
And that's all I know off the top of my head.
Okay. I feel like maybe there's one more, but there you go.
But you're probably entirely right. I just can't think of it.
That being said, Io Sky. So definitely lucky man.
Yeah.
JC's going with Tony D'Angelo. I think I'm going to go with you.
Really?
Just because it's NXT and like he's a big name. I mean, obviously he's been wrestling for a little bit. I don't think you need to spend a lot of time with him, and D'Angelo's been there a while, honestly, himself. He may be ready for the main roster soon, too.
Well, because this is like the last thing he had won there. So
yeah.
Now he's won.
And I think basically they just sent him back, or I guess kept him going, not sent him back, to get him out of the mafia kind of thing, which I guess they didn't think would work on the main roster. So me and you go into Raku, JC go and Tony D'Angelo. So 7 matches, excuse me. I guess that CW DC money really paid off there. So that again is NXT Great American Bash, Sunday, June 28th at 6 p.m. Central from the WWE Performance Center, Orlando, Florida. Watch it on the CW. We can neither confirm nor deny whether the Flash or Green Arrow will show up in a multiverse episode.
But then again, even if the Flash is there, you might not be able to tell.
Yeah. Just whoosh.
Yeah. And so if there's a random gust of wind during the show, it's like, there he was.
Exactly.
Just missed him.
All right. Final show from this preview. We have AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, Stardom's Forbidden Door. This is taking place Sunday, June 28th at 7 p.m. Central from SAP Center in San Jose, California. Watch on Amazon Prime for $50 or HBO Max for $40.
Yep.
So, pre-show, we have a Women's Tag Team Championship match. Divine Dominion taking on the team of Thunder Rosa and Olympia. So, good to see Thunder Rosa back and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Or again. I don't. Did JC pick this one? I don't think
he did.
Oh, he did. Okay. I'm gonna go with Divine. I hate doing this.
That's what I was thinking too.
Please, Thunder, if you're watching it, it's not you. It's Tony.
Khan, Storm, or who's at the competition? Shivani.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Divine Dominion. Also, because I feel like most people, including me, don't know who Olympia is. So.
See, that's the thing. I know who Olympia is, and that's why this actually is a harder choice.
Okay.
I know why JC picked Rosa and Olympia. I mean, it's Thunder Rosa. Okay. The reason I'm laughing is like, you know what? If Mission Pro comes back, I want a job. I'm picking Thunder Rosa and Olympia.
You did have a job a couple of times.
I know. And if it comes back, I want another. I'm picking Thunder Rosa and Olympia.
All right, fair. So I may win the point, but lose the love and affection of people we know.
Oh, please. You're Big Mike.
Yeah.
The only people hate about you is that you're associated with me.
What were we doing with? I think it was at the end of Mission Pro when she was doing her heel character, where I popped up and she was like, I think I popped up in her on something else. She was like, Big Mike, and she like didn't say anything like really mean, but just kind of like, that guy. I was like,
I think I remember that. I think I was I either there or you told me about it. Either way, it's funny.
Possibly both.
Yeah,
so Jason, I mean, this is where I'm at, Jason, too. So I don't say this with like great gusto. I'm like Jason. Divine, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm fully expecting to get this one. So I'm not gonna. I know for sure I'm not gonna test this show. So.
Oh yeah, that's fair. And then
again, it's AEW. I'm kind of used to getting this stuff wrong.
That's fair. Also in a ho-hum match after that, nothing to see here. Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr.
And who wants to watch that?
Right. I mean, I guess if you like wrestling,
it's just two of the greatest to ever step in the ring. Yawn. Where's Logan Paul to make this more exciting?
The best part is I was trying to also just think of something, but nothing could beat Logan Paul. You take that one. Yeah, you win that one. I'm going to go with Kenny Omega just because Zack Sabre probably won't be back in AEW anytime soon until the next Forbidden Door. Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, I gotta go Omega. And look, for once, this is not because I've already met Omega, because I've actually met Zack Sabre Jr. too. So I've met both of them. So I guess gotta go to Omega because I feel like that's the. And I also feel like this would be like a score they're gonna settle type deal. Like they'll both get like one apiece. And God, if they could carry this to Wrestle Kingdom, I would love that.
Well, you could, because you don't even have to like keep a feud going for a while. You could.
Yeah.
Pick this back up right around December even, and
or they could wrestle like somewhere in a few months, like at Destruct. King of Pro Wrestling is their biggest show after the G1, I think.
Yeah.
So they could like wrestle there, and Zack could win that, and then they could like settle it at Wrestle Kingdom. Which
oh, okay. I thought you were insinuating that Zack already had one win. And,
no. Actually, I don't think they've ever.
I thought I read they have, or I thought I heard they have. Maybe not read.
Oh wait, you might be right. Hold on. Anyway, well, I'm looking that up. You can go ahead.
So the next match, we have a triple threat tag match. The Young Bucks versus El Sky Team versus Unbound Company.
Yeah. Oh, they have wrestled before. But they've only ever had 2 one-on-one matches. One was on the Indies back in 2013 in England. Wow, that's random. Yeah. Well, Zach, no, it's not. That's where Zach's from. And they wrestled in the G1 2018. B Block, Kenny beat Zach. Kenny won both of those matches.
Ah,
Makes you think. Okay, huh?
interesting.
Right.
Jason also going with Kenny. Oh my God, he killed Kenny.
You bastard.
So yeah, triple threat tag match. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks because I don't know who the other two teams are. Tommy.
Hold on. Who? I think I know who Unbound Co is.
On an unrelated note, I need to keep tissue over here at my desk.
I always have tissue by my desk. I had to. Okay, it's Mystico Mascara Dorada who are on El Sky team, and Shingo and Titan on Unbound Co. I didn't know Titan was in Unbound Co. When did that happen? Oh, that's right, because he was in Los Ingobernables, and then they disbanded and they joined Unbound Co. That's why he joined. Okay.
Come on, Tommy. Everyone knows that.
Sorry. I went off on that quick little tangent. I kind of want to pull a ringer and go El Sky team. Actually,
Go for it.
Okay, so you got Young Bucks. I'm going El Sky team.
I don't. Yeah. So Tommy, you're Tommy. JC also has the Young Bucks.
Okay. So and watch all of us be wrong and Unbound Co win. That'd be hilarious.
Probably. That'd be funny.
I mean, because Shingo Takagi is on the team, so
Mm-hmm.
that dude is a living truck.
Steel cage match. The big. Is it 10 or 12?
12.
12 person.
Six on each side.
Okay. Team Briscoe versus MJF and the Don Callis family. I don't know if we have. Do you have the team?
Yes. Okay. So it is going to be Mark Briscoe. It's basically the conglomeration, more or less. Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Nosuke Takeshita, and Darby Allin against MJF of MJF's team, the Don Callis family team of Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andrade El Idolo. By the way, I don't know if you saw any of Dynamite tonight. Don Callis had shirts made, and they are the dumbest, most self-serving. And if this wasn't pro wrestling, I'd be like, these people need help. Of course, it's MJF and Don Callis, and they still need help regardless. And it's just like the shirt was just like, bro, really?
What was it? Was it the DC MJF or MJF?
Yeah, the DC MJF where they're like just wearing like tights and like they're like unrealistically cut. And
Don like all his paintings that are always
up and like especially Don Callis because he's what 70? No, he's not 70. I'm sorry, Don.
Yeah, close enough. Who you got for that one?
Team Briscoe. There's no way they're not going to let Mark at least have a shot. I doubt he's going to beat MJF, but there's no way they're going to like let him like not get a shot at.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same there for myself.
And plus, half the people on MJF's team hate him anyway and want to beat him in the first place.
Yeah,
Kevin Knight already challenged him. Kyle Fletcher hates him. Andre El Idolo probably hates half that group at this point.
How you know?
That got over so much.
How you know?
That got over so much. I respect it. It's just like that got over so much.
How you know? Anyways, all right. Women's Owen Hart Cup final. Mercedes Moné versus Maya World, which again, self-plugging real quick. On this channel, if you're on YouTube, scroll down. There's actually, I think, a list of wrestling interviews. We have an interview with Maya World from about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago, if that. And she's super cool. We were there the first time she showed up at Mission Pro, and I don't mean wrestled. We told this before. Showed up. They literally let her sit next to us in the front row.
I think she was injured or something like that.
I mean, maybe, but she didn't wrestle. So, we didn't scare her away, so she was tough enough for wrestling. So, there you go. Maybe I should have done this with Thunder and Olympia, but I don't care if I'm right or not. I'm going to go with Maya World because I feel like you're setting up the story anyways with Mercedes and Athena turning on her.
Yeah.
I know she was teaming with High-End for a while.
And she still is.
I don't know if High-End pops in to help her out, maybe like if Athena tries to show up. I know the cup match, well, no, it was at the Continental Classic.
Which one?
One of them was supposed to be, or maybe it's the Classic, that has no interference
The classic has no interference.
Oh, okay. So then this can happen. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Maya World. You?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
And JC too, Maya World. Also, I don't remember if I said that. JC went with Team Briscoe on the previous one also. Obviously this goes for a winner to face the champion at All In. And you could try to make a star, or you could do more story before you get there. With all of those involved, yeah.
I feel like even if she wins, you could still, if you just want to like say like, oh, you could do like a rookie vet kind of storyline where someone tries to insert themselves in and say, oh, she's not ready. You could have like Mercedes do that and do that on the way to Wembley.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do storylines. You could turn into some sort of like triple threat or something.
And I think there's nothing wrong with that because because like that's the kind of shocking thing that pro wrestling that makes it more fun. Also, a lot of people pointed this out. I think Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful pointed out too. Don't forget, the only reason Maya and Hyatt got hired is because the other two, for some reason,
Miranda Alizé and
Tegan Knox.
Yeah,
they left for whatever reason. I read it was no bad blood. They just left for some reason.
Yeah, a lot of people when it first happened try to make it like this huge, like kind of what they did to Mercedes when she was Sasha and Bailey at that WrestleMania. Like, oh my God, it was crazy. And when they were talking about Sasha was on the floor crying because they had to lose their titles, and people try to make it sound like they were disrespectful and being like, oh, we're too good to have a short match. And and then same thing. It seemed like it wound up being not that at all. But hey, situations like this happen all the time where you get in there and maybe you weren't supposed to be there and you take advantage of it, and she's doing that. And then not only was that how Hyatt and her got in there, she got into the Owen Hart tournament because it was a Japanese wrestler who was not
Suri.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, opportunity shows itself. You take advantage of it. And that's what she's done.
Mikey Whipwreck, he only got hired at ECW because he was always helping the ring crew. So they started training him, and freaking Paul Heyman said, hey, you know what? Get in there. Next thing you know, world champion.
Yeah. Men's Owen Hart Cup final.
Oh God, this could steal the year.
I hope Meltzer has all the extra stars available.
This could steal the entire year of pro wrestling right
yes,
now.
Will Ospreay
they could run away with the whole year.
Yeah.
2026.
Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland in the men's final. I'm going to go with Ospreay only because I feel like they're setting up him to go to All In back in England and dethrone MJF in front of his home crowd, essentially.
Yeah.
That being said, this is going to be a hell of a match, and honestly, if Swerve wins, it's another one where I'm not going to be shocked either way.
This is one of those matches where even if the unexpected outcome happens, it's still a good thing. This is like one of those cases where this is a story they're clearly telling, but if they swerve us at the last second, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And JC goes with Ospreay as well.
Nice.
Next, we have the AEW Continental Championship. John Moxley, the champion, defending against Bandito. Who you got in that one?
Sorry, I'm still. I will forever believe I'm going Bandito.
All right.
And again, this is a whole. I like I already said. I know I'm not going to tell us half of this. I'm assuming I'm going to be wrong. I don't care.
I feel like until he loses it, it's one of those places. I'm going to go with Moxley.
That's fair.
And JC also went with Moxley.
If I wolf, I will wolf alone.
Yeah, there you go. AEW Tag Team Championship. The champions Cope and Cage, which is so weird as a name. Sure. Taking on the Dogs. Also real quick, Jason's on your side, Tommy. He's going with Bandito.
Nice.
So there you go. I'm going to go with Cope and Cage to retain on this one.
Oh, Burns says one Bandito for me.
He just came in.
Just came in. All
right, so he's going Ospreay and Bandito on the previous two.
Yep.
Very nice. I'm gonna go with Code Cage in the tag team match just because I feel like, that's Copeland's MO of like there'll probably be a long match, it'll probably be a pretty good match, but he's not gonna actually let the younger team beat him. He's gonna be like, good job, kid, kind of like a Charlotte Flair thing. Christian will just say something about their dads and their moms, possibly. So, and I'm there for that.
I mean, you got to give him props. He doesn't discriminate.
No, what do you got?
I go Cope and Cage too. Yeah.
All right, and JC on the same. So Cope and Cage sweeping that one. AEW Women's Championship. The champion Thekla taking on Starlight Kid. Tommy, what do you want to say?
Before we go any further, we have come to this era of wrestling where I like that they're just like letting people say whatever they want because Tekla could not keep her mouth shut. Yeah. And okay, and she made and she said something earlier of like of her like hating wrestling couples showing like the, and I feel like she was doing that to get like her heel self over, and way too many people are taking it seriously. I'm like, people don't know what a joke is anymore. Jeez,
well, that's true.
It's actually offensive. She's being a heel, guys. Is it someone like someone's jealous? You don't know. Maybe she could be perfectly happy with whoever she's with.
I mean, I feel like
or she doesn't want to be. Also, okay.
Yeah, I feel like right now she's definitely in her Tony Storm era. Of,
yes,
this is it's all character. It's all character. You just got to take it as it is. She found something, and it just another one that just kind of and we run with it.
Yeah, like that whole getting fired from Japan, and she keeps assaulting the president of Stardom every single chance she gets. This poor man probably checks under his bed when he goes to sleep at night.
I saw that.
Which, by the way, I'm positive she stuck it to his house at least once. Anyway,
do we choose? I'm going with Thekla.
Yeah, I'm going with Thekla too. Yeah,
okay.
But that being said, if you've never seen Starlight Kid wrestle, you're in for a treat. She is really good. She's one of the. She was one of the people like when they had that old exodus of Stardom wrestlers. She was one of the people I was like, please, Starlight Kid, stay in Stardom, and she did. I was like, oh, thank God. So,
all right, real quick to catch up on a few people in the chat. We got Burnsy going Cope and Cage in the previous tag match. Ooh. Jason joining us with choosing Thekla. All right, and that leaves us with potentially the main event. The IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship.
If it's not the main event, it'll be the co-main event after the cage match, I'm assuming.
Possibly, yeah. Shota Umino versus Pac. Shota Umino is was Moxley's young boy years ago, right? Yeah, now he's kind of found his own.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think New Japan is just going to turn over their title like this. So
no.
I'm going to go Shota. I mean,
especially since Andrade had it and he just lost it to Shota at the last show.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going Shota too. And also, everyone is wondering how this is going to play out since Moxley's still with the Death Riders, Pac's with the Death Riders, and Mox and Shota was like his original protege back in the day. If you've never seen it, go back and watch that debut where Moxley declares he's going to be the G1, and he just grabs, essentially kidnaps Shota, who's barely conscious, by the way. It says, "I like this kid. He's going to drive you around." He said, "You could drive. You could drive. He can drive."
But correct me if I'm wrong, but around the time last year when Moxley was still Death Riders, didn't Shota stand against him? Weren't they?
He did a little bit, yeah. So, but with this whole new leaf they've turned, even though they kind of cheated tonight.
It was like it's weird. It's they've gotten into that realm of like their face when they need to be and their heel when they need to be. It's kind of odd.
It is kind of odd,
depending on who they're facing. And
I feel like, and Moxley says, I feel like this is like kind of the thing where like what they're trying to do, and if you look at it from this angle, it does work. Is when they force their opponents to consider all possible angles of how to win, that kind of thing. I feel like if you look at it from that storytelling aspect, it does work. Like yes, like we're not good, we're not bad. We're just trying to force everyone to know what it takes to win. If you look at it from that,
angle, and I know that's kind of where it started. It obviously got away from that for a while, but it still works with Moxley. You can't go wrong with him.
No, and by the way, if you didn't see it on Dynamite, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did see this one clip of Brody King doing like this luchador-esque maneuver that a man of his size has no business doing and doing correctly, which also makes me think, first of all, I'm never worried about my gut ever again, but I do need to start working out in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't care what it looks like. It's just got to work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, pull off the move, and then you'll be okay with it.
Okay. I'm gonna work out. I'm never doing that move. I don't care unless I'm getting paid a lot because that's what I need to cover the hospital bill.
All right. And you said you were going with Shota also?
Shota, yeah.
Okay. JC also going with Shota.
Okay.
And before we recap the time and location, JC does have one more note to add to this. It's not a pick per se. Forbidden Door will only be a 5 if Toriano shows up.
We have to get Toriano to San Antonio one time.
We do.
And drag JC to the show. Like, we have to look, JC.
I think that might be the only thing to pull JC away from one of his kids' games.
JC, get someone else to coach this.
Like, not for Smallville, not for any of these other wrestlers or shows, but Toriano. He'll probably take his kids out of the game so they can meet him, actually.
Yeah, probably, actually.
So, once again, that is AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom's Forbidden Door. Sunday, June 28th, starting at 7 p.m. Central from the SAP Center in San Jose, California. I don't know if that means it's the Spanish Center or the – I don't know if you have to, like, listen to the ring announcement and commentary because you hit the button. I don't know if that's how it works. It's on Prime Video for $50 and HBO Max for $40. I can be funny when I need to be.
That was really good.
Right.
Also, a fun little fact: I heard that CMLL has had like their 60th sellout of a show for this year, something like that.
I've heard they've been on quite a roll.
Yeah, so I mean, congrats! Like seriously, that's nothing. That's nothing to sneeze at. Like 60 sellouts in a year. Yeah. Damn,
that's impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so that will now lead us in. That's a good question.
But he's met her. But well, I mean,
yeah, that hasn't stopped him.
That's true. That's true.
And it wouldn't stop me if I met certain people.
It would. I mean, Trish Stratus has been here like 3 times, and I don't care.
Yeah, I met Lita twice now. I would do it again.
And do not get me started on La Rosa Negra because I just do not care. Tiffany Nieves too. Tiffany Nieves too. How many pictures do I have with her? Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Probably a bunch.
Yeah, I think I concerned.
It is now time for a 1-minute warning. And of course, we don't have the timer because JC does all that stuff.
The guy who actually does the stuff on the show isn't here.
But I do have something today, so I'm going to start us off. And I'm going to try this real quick because I think I need to go to the full screen. Yeah. Well, let me take that off real quick so you can see my under. All right. So I know it's kind of small here, but under my name, there's a hashtag, F Michael Cole. Now, some of you might be going, F Michael Cole? Like, what on earth would Michael Cole have done to make you want to say something like that to him? Here's the thing. I saw this TikTok earlier today, and I don't know where he's even doing this interview or whatever because he's not at WWE. He's like in his home like this, in his own setup.
Yeah.
Talking about Sami Zayn. So obviously they're talking about the card coming up for Night of Champions. And he calls Sami Zayn the Wimby of the WWE because he's entitled and whiny and something else. First of all, your team won a championship for the first time in 53 years, and who is still living rent-free in your head?
I don't understand this.
I don't know why there's so many of y'all that instead of celebrating the thing y'all haven't seen since some of y'all have been alive, some of your parents have been alive, and enjoying that, you're still focused on Wemby, right? Oklahoma City fans talking about they drafted a guy who's going to be their Wemby stopper because everything, your whole focus, again, living in your head rent-free, is Wemby. Now, I know the original part of this was F. Michael Cole and F. Michael Cole for that. Like I said in our group chat earlier, Corey Graves and Pat McAfee were better at announcing anyways. So, I mean, those are really matter. Booker T, better.
I know you said that in our chat. I didn't think you'd say it on camera.
I mean, it's just Joe Tessitore, better probably. Don Callis, better. We'll just go to different promotions too. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, polarizing that Wemby is. And we can throw in there also last night in the draft, they picked up a couple of big young guys that basically look like his bodyguards at this point. Both of them over 250 pounds, 6'9", 6'10", just a couple of beasts. So sure, you might have another 7'3" guy, but when they're getting bullied around, because let's be honest, guys, you really only have one 7'3" guy because Chet checked out like he has PTSD by the end of that fight, Western Conference Finals. Wemby has 100% sunned Chet, and Wemby may not even give him permission to come out of the house to go to the games next year. So I don't want to hear any more about Chet. So you got one 7'3" guys.
May not even give him permission. Nice.
I mean, you have to ask your father for permission. So
yep, fair enough.
But yeah, I just think it's crazy that Wemby is in everyone's head. The team that won the championship, the team they beat, people in other sports, wrestling. I know Michael Cole's from New York, so he's a Knicks fan, I assume, but
which is fine. But but I'm with you. I never get that. It's like your team won something they haven't in forever. Why do you care so much about another team?
It's crazy.
And it's not even, and I don't mean just for this. I mean like that. I mean I feel that way all the time. It's like your team just won something. Why do you care about the other team and what they're doing?
Yeah,
it's over.
So
you won.
Yeah, I know.
Take the victory.
Enjoy your championship. Stop worrying about everything else.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my 1 minute warning. Tommy, you got something?
I actually don't. This week, I'm good. Yeah, I think the only thing I would have talked about was the Maya World thing, but since we're all in agreement on this is awesome, that's all I want to cover.
Yeah, no, we're so happy for her. Obviously, what was going on in her personal life with her family was a tragedy.
Yeah.
Because I remember from our interview, honestly, I think I don't know if we talked about this last week. I remember her talking about, her brother watching wrestling, how she got into it.
Yeah.
But again, so, being able to do what she's doing right now to kind of not get away, not escape, just, for a little bit each week, like we talked about, see her wrestling family, her I'm sure she's got a pretty good support system with some of the women there, even though she hasn't been there very long. Like obviously Thunder knows her, and several of those people, Athena obviously being her coach. So kudos to her. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that was the only thing I even remotely thought to do for 1 minute warning. Other than that, I'm straight.
All right. Well, guys, obviously with JC not being here, we do not have a Joaquin match, so we'll obviously hold it up till next week, I assume. And that pretty much brings us toward the end of our show. Next week, this week was Preview Palooza, which makes next week Recap Palooza. I'm not going to read everything out again. We are recapping everything that we just previewed. Just local and big shows. We'll just go over results. Obviously, some shows will condense. We're obviously not going to be able to watch all the shows either. We'll get results. We'll look for clips. We'll do as much as we can to kind of see what happened at each one. And that includes the local ones.
Yeah.
Jason, Bree, we'll be at some of them, won't be at some of them. We'll see if anybody in the chat is at some of the shows we're not. But next week is basically just recap. So
for sure.
That's all I got here. And of course we don't have our music either.
Nope.
Because JC's got that. But I guess that'll bring a show to a close. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Heels and baby faces. And just always remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
Bye, guys. Adios.